Good evening, class. My name is Dr. Robert Pilley. I'm going to be teaching your leadership class in this graduate school course this year or this fall at Fisk. And I want to spend just a few minutes going through the syllabus. It's not really all that complicated. And as graduate students, you've probably gone through a lot of these introductory type sessions with the syllabus. So let's kind of jump in and get started. And what we're going to do in this leadership class is like I do in all of my classes. I try to provide you information that you can use to build and I guess outfit your toolbox that's hopefully going to make you successful either in the rest of your academic career or as you get out in the workplace. Or for some of you, since you're graduate students, you may already be in the workplace. So maybe enhance your capabilities or at least provide you some information that you could use as kind of however you wanted to use it as you go across or go forward in your professional career. This particular class, we're going to use a textbook, and I'm going to read off another computer screen here on your syllabus, but we're going to use a textbook, and it's Leadership for Organizations by Wallman and O'Reilly, and it's published by Flat World. I really like these Flat World publications. They not only do they do a really good job in presenting information, but a lot of these textbooks are academic in nature and academician. We are as professors, we can be a little boring and a little dry. So, but Flat World does a pretty good job. They, provide you the information. They give you some up-to-date current type of opportunities to use it. They provide some examples. They provide in some of these texts, they provide case studies. If you go to publish a textbook, you can get a hard copy, you can get an e-copy. And there's a link in the syllabus. It'll take you right to Flat World and you can order it. I want to say that the e-copy is something like $30. I don't remember exactly. But again, it is a very good text to use. I've also sprinkled in, and I don't know whether we'll get to it in this course or not, but I've got them out there and they'll be loaded also in your syllabus module as you go into Canvas. A copy of a text is called The Principles of Scientific Management by Taylor, and also Dynamic Administration by Follett, two of the better known management leadership type academics. For years, Taylor's text was the, I guess, guiding text or guiding principles for management in the United States. Not only in the United States, but all across the world. And Academy of Management notated so. And it's been an exceptional text. When I was in graduate school at Ohio State, there were certain textbooks that just required reading. If you were an MBA program, you had to read The Art of War. If you were in critical management, the text that you read is this Principles of Scientific Management by Taylor, because that was the textbook at the time and still is in a lot of management study courses in some of your major universities. Also, if whether you happen to be taking it this time or you have taken it, if you get into any of my healthcare classes, I usually use Kenneth Arrow's kind of article that was published in 1963 that jump-started the changes in healthcare. So kind of some of these mainstream texts that are out there. And again, if we don't get to using, Taylor or Follett in this class, at least you have a PDF version of it that I found out on the internet. It's not going to cost you anything. I don't believe in having expensive textbooks for students, and that's one reason I like Flat World, because they are provide a textbook that is financially viable for most people. Again, this class is going to be an asynchronous class, and what that means is you work at your own pace. Once you get into Canvas and you start looking at the modules, just like for the starting week of August the 12th, it's understand the syllabus, get to know the syllabus, figure out how to manipulate the information in the syllabus and kind of work through it. Because in each of these modules, going forward, there'll be some class notes, there'll be a video. I usually provide a video, at least one, sometimes multiple videos, depending on the course, for each of these modules to provide what at least I think were the salient points or salient pieces of information that should be gleaned from a particular chapter in the book, a particular journal article, depending on what we're looking at. And the only thing that you have to be aware, well, there's a couple of things I want you to be aware of. Even though you work at your own pace, and out on for this class, once it's loaded out onto Canvas, it's everything you're going to need to complete the class. Reading assignments, chapters we're going to go through, class notes, videos, tests will be out there for this class. There'll be 2 quizzes, a midterm and a final, and they'll be out there ready to go, and you can jump in, get started. I've had some students that sit down and they go through the class and they're done in 3 weeks, because again, you can work at your own pace, and it works out especially well for professionals that especially already out in the workforce. The one thing that you have to do if you want an accurate grade at midterm is, by the time the midterm rolls around, and it's going to be August the 1st through the 4th, you need to have completed quiz 1 and completed the midterm. And then by the time the final rolls around, you need to have completed quiz 1, the midterm, quiz 2, and your final, and also watched and commented on the videos. And we'll get to that in a few minutes. And once you get into Canvas and look, it's going to say that the due date for all of your quizzes, your midterm, and your final is going to say December the 10th, because that's when the, quote, final date, that's when finals are over, and that's the last day of finals. And I just put it out there as December the 10th because, again, some students are slow about working. Some students work through it in 2 or 3 weeks and they're done, and they want to move on to something else. One thing that is especially relevant to not only this class, but any class that I teach is I use videos. I use videos, and the videos are out there to help, again, provide salient information. And down in your syllabus, it's going to tell you how those videos play a very significant role in your final grade. Those videos, each quiz is a 10-point quiz, the midterm's 20, the final's 20. That gets you to what? 80 points. And what we're looking at is, actually, let me back up a minute. If I think about it, it's 10 for the quiz. Each quiz is 10. Your midterm is 30, and your final is 30, and that gets you to 80 points. And the videos that you need to review and watch to ensure that you get the information you need out of this class, it's going to be worth 20 points. And I have had students that have done exceptionally well in the class, but just refuse to watch and comment on the videos. And if you don't watch and comment on the videos, the best you can do in this class is going to be 80%. 80% is a B minus. And I've had some students, again, they've done exceptionally well on the quizzes and the midterm and the final, and they just said, I don't want to have to watch and comment on the videos. Or I've watched some of the videos that I think are important, and heck, I'm just not going to watch any of the rest of them and comment on them. And they shoot themselves in the foot. And it's I can't stress enough the importance of watching and commenting on the videos. And when you comment on the videos, the way they're YouTube videos and the way YouTube runs their analytics, they will search for your first name and your last name. And that's the way they calculate the number of videos that you comment on. And in your leadership class, there looks like there are 47 videos that I have generated and loaded links for you out there on Canvas. And I've also, under the syllabus module, there's a little calculator that gives you the number of videos for each chapter or each module, and they will sum to 47. And you as a student, there's a column in there that you can watch the videos and calculate your score as you go down through there. So if it says there's 3 videos posted for that particular chapter, if you watch all 3 of them and comment on them in first name and last name, you put a 3 in the column next to the total number of videos posted. And there's a little, I want to say it's either cell B1 or cell C1 up at the top that will do the calculations for you. And the way the calculations work are I count, or YouTube counts for me, the number of videos that you watched and commented on. That's going to be divided by 47 because that's the total videos that have been generated and loaded out onto YouTube for your, for your enjoyment and your, I guess, your watching pleasure or your watching displeasure, depending on how you look at it. But it's the number that you watched and commented on with first and last name divided by 47, multiplied by 20 because there's 20 total points. As an example, if you're a student and you've watched and commented on 23 of the videos, it's going to be 23 divided by 47. That's going to get you about 0.5, and 0.5 times 20 is going to get you to 10 points. So you get half of your video comment points. So just, again, I can't stress enough not only the value of watching those videos, but as you watch them and when you get to the end of them, just post a comment. That comment can be a question. It can be something that you've learned. I mean, students are all over the place with, how they comment on the videos and what they post. And I think, and as far as a grading scale goes, you'll see down through there that it's pretty standard. 95 to 100 is an A, 90 to 94 is a A minus, and so forth. One other thing that you need to understand is I don't do extra credit. It's, to me, this is a college class, not a high school class. Extra credit is just not going to be available. So your grade is going to be based on how you have performed on in this case, the 2 quizzes, the midterm, the final, and those video comments. And it is relatively easy to get a or A minus out of this class because there are videos that help you review for the 2 quizzes, the midterm and the final. And most students will watch those 4 videos and then blow the rest of them off. And that's not the rationale for why the videos are there. So, but under, my suggestion is before you take each of the quizzes, before you take the midterm, and before you take the final, sit down and review those videos because I give you the information that I think that you need to understand in order to do well on your 2 quizzes, your midterm. I think that's all that I need to go over. If since it's an asynchronous class, we can do meetings by appointment. I've got my Fisk email. It's rpilly@fisk.edu. And you can reach out to me. We can set up a Zoom link if you want to, and we can go over any issues or comments that you have. Don't ever hesitate to reach out to me and, in Bulldog Mail, or you can email me, through Canvas if you'd rather. But that's going to kind of wrap this up for the syllabus review, and look forward to everybody doing extremely well in this class. Let me know if you need anything. Thank you.